Hello, everyone. I'm in an airport and I overheard a conversation online. Two people were talking about how important it is to make a minyan on the plane, how it's a zchut for all the passengers to have a minyan on the plane, and it would be wonderful that indeed, because they're cooped up for 10, 12 hours, they have the zchut of being part of davening. I must have raised my eyebrows because they noticed it. I couldn't help myself. And they asked, "You don't agree?" And I said, humbly, I don't. The reason we daven in a minyan ben Ashar, the Gemara says, is because the pasuk states, "V'nikdashti betoch b'nei Yisrael," and I will sanctify myself within the Jewish people. There has to be a nucleus of a minyan for God to really get to the highest sanctification of His name in prayer. I asked him, do you really believe that when you say Yitgadel ve'yitkadesh may Rabbah, may God's name be sanctified, and you do so on a plane, you do so on a plane at the expense of waking up a passenger, of people standing in the aisles and pushing each other because they are trying to hear the minyan, of people using backs of chairs as their stenders, not really taking regard for the person sitting in the chair? Do you really believe that that is a story of Yitkadel ve'yitkadesh Shmei Rabbah? If anything, sometimes it's the story of the opposite. It's not just an anti-religious feeling, God forbid, of some. It's literally bothering people. It's literally davening at the expense of someone else. We should all daven on planes, and we should all daven on time on planes. Albeit, I don't think it's a good idea to do so in a minyan on a plane. The reason is that, unfortunately, what we lose is far greater than what we gain. I know for a fact that many poskim from the Haredi world, from the modern Orthodox world, have tried to tell passengers, do not make minyanim on a plane. Try before. Obviously, if you can't because of the time, obviously you have to daven on time, but daven in your chair, because it's just not an idea that's conducive to a good davening. I might even go into the questions of, do you really have a tziruf of a minyan because people can't hear properly and whatnot? I really think that at the end of the day, we're in a minyan to sanctify God's name, and on a plane, the opposite happens. I remember years ago hearing from our Hershel Schechter, Shlita, that when he was saying Kaddish for his father, he didn't join an existing minyan on a plane to say Kaddish, because he said, the bigger zchut for my father is not the Kaddish. The bigger zchut for my father is to refrain from saying Kaddish in such a scenario. Wishing everyone a wonderful day.